I spent nearly $1,000 testing 3 brand new air purifiers so you don't have to make the wrong call. We've got the Kinka APH4000 at the budget end, the Blueair Signature SP3i in the middle, and then the Shark Breathe Clear Max at the premium tier. I put all 3 through the same real-world tests: filtration, odor, removal, noise levels, power consumption, and features. I'll be scoring each category as we go and give you a final result of which is actually worth your money. All right, filtration and odors. This is the category that matters the most, and it's weighted 3 times in the final score because of it. If a purifier can't clean air effectively, nothing else matters. You could have the prettiest, quietest, most app-connected purifier on the market, and it still fails at its only real job. Now, before I get into the numbers, I want to address something you're going to see on every product page: coverage ratings. The Shark is rated for 1,650 square feet, the Kinka at 1,695, and the Blueair at just 498 square feet. These are manufacturer labels, and they tell you almost nothing about real-world performance. What actually matters is how fast each purifier cleans the air under the same conditions, which is exactly what the chamber test measures. I sealed each purifier in the same chamber, filled it with a standardized fog to simulate heavy particulate pollution, and timed how long it took to bring PM 2.5 levels down to under 1 microgram per cubic meter. That's the threshold where the air is genuinely clean. Now, the Shark Breathe Clear Max cleared the chamber in 2 minutes and 54 seconds. That's the fastest of the 3, and honestly a strong result for any purifier at any price point. The Blueair Signature SP3i came in at 3 minutes and 10 seconds. And I want to pause here because that number is actually remarkable. The Blueair is rated for 498 square feet, less than a third of what the other 2 claim. And yet it cleared the same chamber in 3 minutes and 10 seconds. Manufacturer ratings, ladies and gentlemen. Just take them with an entire shaker of salt. The thing looked like a Cylon scanning the room. If you've ever seen Battlestar Galactica or Knight Rider, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And I chose to interpret this as enthusiasm rather than a threat. But just know the Blueair takes its job very seriously. Now, the Kinka APH4000 took 3 minutes and 58 seconds. A solid result, not the fastest, but competitive, especially when you factor in what this purifier costs. Now, for part of the testing that cost me a piece of my soul, odor removal, I used wet fart spray, and yes, that is a real product, and yes, it smells exactly like what that implies. The Blueair led this one, clearing the odor in 3 minutes and 10 seconds, matching its particulate clearance almost exactly. Pretty impressive. The Shark came in at 4 minutes flat, strong across the board, fastest on particulates, second on odor, the most consistently high performer of the 3. All 3 use HEPA plus activated carbon as their base filtration setup. The Kinka took 6 minutes to fully clear the odor, the slowest of the 3 here by a meaningful margin. It got there, but it took twice as long as the Blueair. Worth keeping in mind if odor removal is a priority for you. As far as the scoring, I gave Shark a 5, Kinka a 4, and Blueair a 4.5. Now the next category is filter replacement. This is where the first crucial difference really hits home and where the sticker price starts to look a little different. The Kinka requires a new filter every 3 to 6 months. If you're running it every day, you're potentially buying 2 to 4 filters a year. That adds up. The Blueair is better at 6 to 9 months, but still a recurring expense. The Shark's filter is rated for 6 years. Just let that sink in for a second. While you're replacing the Kinka's filter potentially 12 times, the Shark's filter hasn't been touched once. Over 6 years of daily use, the Shark is very likely paying for part of its own premium just in filter savings alone. It's one of those things that doesn't show up in the sticker price, but absolutely shows up in your wallet year after year. If you're doing true total cost of ownership calculation, the gap between the Shark and the other 2 is significantly smaller than the upfront price difference suggests. For scoring, I gave Shark a 5, Kinka a 3, and Blueair a 3.5. As far as design and features, this is where each purifier really shows its personality and where the second and third crucial differences come into play. Let's start with the Shark Breathe Clear Max. At the premium price tier, the feature set is exactly what you'd expect, and then some. It has motion sense, which detects when someone enters the room and activates the purifier automatically. Whether you find that thoughtful or slightly unsettling is a personal matter, but objectively, it's a useful feature. It has an LCD screen that displays real-time air quality data, auto mode that adjusts fan speed based on current air quality, and a sleep mode schedule for overnight use. The washable pre-filter keeps ongoing maintenance simple. One noticeable gap at this price point is that it doesn't have any Wi-Fi. For a purifier that costs this much, not being able to control it from your phone is a legitimate criticism. It's not a deal breaker, but it's worth noting. Now here's the second crucial difference, and this one is about what each purifier is actually monitoring. The Kinka tracks PM 2.5 only. That covers fine particulate matter, dust, pollen, smoke, that kind of thing. Functional, but the least detailed picture of the three. The Blueair monitors PM 2.5 and TVOC. This stands for Total Volatile Organic Compounds, things like paint fumes, cleaning products, off-gassing from new furniture, formaldehyde. That's a meaningfully broader picture for what's in your air. The Shark monitors PM1, 2.5, 10, and TVOC. PM1 captures ultrafine particles smaller than 1 micron, things like combustion byproducts and certain bacteria. PM10 covers larger particles like mold spores. And combined with TVOC monitoring, the Shark gives you the most complete air quality picture of the three by a significant margin. If you want to actually know what's in your air at any given moment, not just a general sense that it's clean, the Shark is the only one that gives you the full story. Moving to the Blueair signature SP3i, this is the only purifier of the three with Wi-Fi and app connectivity. That means full scheduling, real-time monitoring from your phone, and remote control from anywhere. It also has a feature called AirSense, a smart scheduled cleaning mode that proactively refreshes the air throughout the day rather than just reacting to pollution after it's already there. It learns over time how long to run based on pollution levels that it consistently detects. It's a genuinely clever feature that sets the Blueair apart on the smart home side. Blueair also has the most refined design of the three. It's Swedish inspired, clean lines, a top surface that doubles as a functional side table. And if you care about how your purifier looks in your living room, this is the one that doesn't look like an appliance. It looks intentional. The fabric washable pre-filter is also a nice touch for ongoing maintenance. One thing I need to flag though, the Blueair is listed as compatible with Alexa. I tried to connect it, but the Alexa skill is no longer available in the app. So if smart home voice control is important to you, that's worth knowing before you buy. The app works fine, but the Alexa integration appears to be dead end for now. The Kinka keeps things simple, and there's nothing wrong with that. Auto mode, a 12-hour timer, a washable pre-filter, and a scent chamber that none of the others have. The scent chamber is a genuinely unique feature. It comes with aroma pads where you can add your own essential oils. Now personally, I'm not a fan of adding scents to my air purifiers, but if you're dealing with really strong odors from pets or wet farts, you might need to go with the nuclear option. For the scoring, Shark edges out on top again with 4.5, Kinka at 3.5, and Blueair at 4. And I swear Shark isn't going to win every category. You're going to want to see these next scores. Power consumption. Now, this one is pretty straightforward, but very important, especially if you're running a purifier around the clock, which most people do. Keep in mind that the wattage here is based on running the air purifier at full speed, which likely is not the case, especially if you use the auto mode. Starting with the Blueair, it is the most efficient at 29.1 watts. The Kinka draws a 32.1 watts and close behind and a reasonable draw for what it delivers. The Shark draws a 47.5 watts. To put that in practical terms, running the Shark 24 hours a day for a full year draws about 50% more electricity than either of the two options. That ongoing cost is worth factoring in, especially since the Shark is already the most expensive upfront. It's a trade-off you're making for that filtration performance and filter longevity. A higher power bill in exchange for cleaner air faster and lower filter replacement costs. Scoring, I give Shark a 3.5 here, Kinka 4, and a Blueair a 4. All right, noise levels, here's where things get personal. In the name of thorough testing, I actually tried sleeping with all three of these running next to my bed and my nightstand. My dedication to this channel knows no bounds, or at least no reasonable bedtimes, as my team can attest to. At full speed, the Kinka is the quietest at 54 decibels. The Blueair comes in at 57.1 and the Shark at 58.1 decibels. At the lowest setting, which is what you typically use overnight, the Blueair leads at 44, followed closely by Kinka at 45.7 and the Shark at 46.2. My ambient noise level at home sits around 44 decibels thanks to some nearby industrial activity, so the Blueair on its lowest setting essentially disappeared into the background of my room. Now here's the third crucial difference, and it's one that only became obvious when I actually tried sleeping next to these things. Both the Shark and the Blueair produce a soft mechanical noise at their lowest speed. Not loud or alarming, but It's distinctly there, a faint hum that has a slightly different character than regular fan noise. On a measurement, it barely registers, but at 2 a.m. with your head on a pillow 12 inches away, it registers plenty. The Kinka doesn't have the same quality at the low speed. It's cleaner, more neutral, and genuinely easier to tune out in a quiet room. If you're a light sleeper or sensitive to that kind of background noise, that distinction matters a lot. My honest advice, if you're planning to keep any of these right next to your bed, the Kinka is the one I'd probably point you towards. And for the Shark and Blueair, give yourself a bit more distance from the nightstand if you can. A few extra feet makes a real difference with the mechanical noise. And here's that noise here on the microphone, see if you can actually hear it. For scoring, I give Shark a 3.5, Kinka a 4.5, and a Blueair a 4. Now, as far as value, this is the most subjective category, but also one of the most practical. And it's weighted twice in the final score because price relative to what you actually get is something I think about on your behalf every time I run one of these comparisons. The Shark Breathe Clear Max is the most expensive. $4 signs, it earns its place as the top of the filtration results, has the longest filter life by a country mile, the most comprehensive air quality monitoring, and the most feature-packed design of the three. But it draws the most power, has no Wi-Fi, and requires a real commitment to the premium tier. If cleaning the air as fast as possible with the least long-term maintenance is your absolute priority, the value case is there. For everyone else, it's a harder sell. The Kinka APH4000 is the most affordable, just $2 signs, and it might be my honest value proposition of the three. Competitive filtration, a solid noise performance, efficient power draw, and a scent chamber that adds something genuinely unique to the category. The more frequent filter replacement is the main ongoing cost to account for, but dollar for dollar, you're getting a lot of purifier here. As far as the Blueair Signature SP3i, that sits in the middle at $3 signs. It's the only one with Wi-Fi and app control, the most energy efficient, the quietest at its lowest setting, and the most aesthetically refined of the group. For someone who wants a purifier that fits into their home and their daily routine without demanding attention, the Blueair makes a compelling case. The mid-range price feels fair for what it delivers. As far as scoring, I give Shark a 3, Kinka a 4.5, and Blueair a 3.5. All right, let's bring it all together. Before I review the totals, here's how the weighing works. Filtration and odors is worth 3 times the other categories because if purifier can't do the primary job, nothing else matters. Value is weighted twice because the real world cost of owning one of these long term is just as important as how it performs out of the box. Every other category is weighted once. Here are the final weighted scores. Total for the Shark is 37.5, Kinka at 36, and Blueair at the 36. The Shark Breathe Clear Max wins, and it earned that position through the fastest filtration, strong odor performance, the most comprehensive air quality monitoring, and a 6-year filter life that no one else in this comparison comes close to. If cleaning the air as effectively as possible with the lowest long-term maintenance is your priority, the Shark justifies its price tag. But here's the honest takeaway. The Kinka and the Blueair finish tied at 36, and that tie actually tells you something more useful than a clear ranking would. These are two very different purifiers that scored the same for very different reasons, and which one is right for you comes down to what you're actually optimizing for. The Kinka APH4000 is the pick if value is your North Star. It's the most affordable, the quietest at full speed, the cleanest mechanical profile for overnight use, and it has a scent chamber. If you want solid real performance without spending a lot, this is your purifier. The Blueair Signature SP3i is the pick if your purifier fits into your home and your lifestyle matters as much as raw performance. It's the only one with Wi-Fi and app control, the most energy efficient, the quietest at its lowest setting, and the most refined design of the group. Just go in with realistic expectations on the Alexa integration. That one's currently a dead end. And the Shark Breathe Clear Max is the pick if performance is everything and you're thinking long term. The filtration numbers speak for themselves, and when you factor in 6 years of filter savings against the other two, the premium starts to look a lot more reasonable. All three are genuinely good purifiers. The wrong one is simply the one that doesn't match what you actually care about. Links to all 3 purifiers are in the description below, and if you want to see how these stack up against a much bigger field, I'm working on a video where I put 15 different air purifiers through the exact same testing. That's going to be the most comprehensive air purifier comparison I've done yet. Subscribe so you're there when it drops. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.